Thank you, Congressman, and good morning, buenos dias to everybody. I'll be brief because I want to sit and hear the conversation that's going to start, but definitely wanted to come by and welcome everyone here. Thank you so much to the National Archives. You were talking about the suffragettes. There's actually an exhibit, a little bit of an exhibit in the Museum of the City of New York, which is in my district, up on 104th Street and Fifth Avenue, if anybody wants to take a visit over there. But great to be here at this museum. So really it is an honor to be among so many brave and determined women and men who are working to make our world a better place to live. I have the privilege of not only being an elected official here in the City of New York as a council member, but presiding the City Council of 51 members. And it is through not only having government be more of a reflection of the demographics, right? That's important that those voices be at the table, but we can enact changes, policy changes, the budgets that we adopt and the policies that we move forward, which are more inclusive, obviously in creating greater equality for women and for people of color in particular. So we know that despite the fact that women have made these significant strides over the past few decades, we're significantly underrepresented in leadership positions. And this is glaringly obvious in arenas such as politics, where, for instance, women make up only 20 out of the 100 members of the Senate, and only 84 of the 435 members of the House of Representatives. Here in the City Council, we've actually gone backwards, not forwards. We have 51 City Council members. There's only 14 of us that are women. And we potentially may lose more representation in the next election cycle. These numbers clearly do not accurately reflect the percentage of women in the United States. I'm hoping, obviously, with the election of Hillary Clinton and that ceiling and that barrier being broken, that will create a sense of momentum, right, of giving us as women greater equality. So we want to change that. And as a Speaker of the New York City Council, I have been relentless about making our city a more inclusive and fair place to live. For example, with the support of the New York City Council, I launched and now co-chair the Young Women's Initiative, a multi-platform coalition that helps support young women in New York City fight racial and gender inequality in healthcare, education, and involvement in the justice system and economic development. This is a public-private partnership where $20 million over the next 2 years will be invested. I'm very excited about setting that forward, moving that forward, and other cities are also looking at it as well. Economic support in particular can help women make strides in society. That's why the Council passed legislation to ensure women and minority-owned business representation in contracts with the city, thus prioritizing diversity and representation. And finally, as Speaker of the City Council, I hope to be a role model for girls and young women to participate in civic engagement from a young age. I'm excited to be part of this conversation as the first Latina to be in this position, as the daughter of a feminist. I grew up in Puerto Rico, and my mother was active in the feminist movement. So as a proud daughter of a feminist, I'm very excited about what's happening in the political scene right now, and she is as well. So I'm excited to be part of this conversation, and I hope that you will all join me in continuing to inspire the next generation of women. So it's a real pleasure to be here. And now I would like to introduce our next speaker, which is David Ferriero. Right? Here we go. You're on next, Mr. Ferriero.